We begin this month with a topic pretty much everyone can relate to, food. More specifically, we're talking about the need for increased world food production. And research shows that agricultural biotechnology can help meet that need and provide lots of other benefits too. Well, right now we are very pleased to welcome Laura Fell to the show. Laura is from Iowa, where she has a farm, and she's also a farmer director for the United Soybean Board. Laura, welcome. We're so glad you could be here.
Thank you.
All right, Laura, first of all, when we say agricultural biotechnology, what exactly are we talking about?
Biotechnology is really not a new idea. It's the taking of seeds and plants and improving them to make them be more health conscious, make them be better agronomically production practices. We've been doing agricultural biotechnology since many years ago. The Egyptians, when they did the putting the yeast to make leavened bread. So it's the taking of seeds and plants and enhancing them to make better traits such as omega-3s, the low phytate to help absorb in the iron. So biotechnology is a new term that has been for research that's been going on for many years.
Okay, now again, I know lots of research has been done to show the benefits of biotech, so tell us about those.
Omega-3. We're supposed to have omega-3 in our diet, and that usually comes from fish, and most people take the little fish oil pills. Well, we're producing and going to be producing a soybean that will help you get the necessary omega-3 in the oil that you use in cooking. And so if we can do that, we won't overfish the oceans, and we will be able to have health benefits. And soybeans are a healthy crop. And it's a healthy product to put into your diet, whether you're a vegetarian or whether you're not a vegetarian. A little soy will help.
Okay, great. Now, on a personal note, again, I know you and your husband have a farm in Iowa, so what made you choose biotech for your own family?
Well, biotech, and we also use that with a system called no-tillage, in which we harvest the crop and then we go right in the next spring and plant right into it. So we're not disturbing the soil. So we have been, by using biotech and this no-tillage system, we've been cutting down on the application of pesticides and herbicides, where we used to spray 4 or 5 times. Now we're down to putting at the maximum 2 applications. And we've cut down on diesel fuel. We're using a half to a third of the amount of diesel fuel we used to use on the farm, which accounts to less CO2 emissions that we're putting out. And we're also seeing less water taking the topsoil down to the stream, getting into the ocean. And so we have seen so many benefits, not only for our farm, but for others as well.
And if you wanted to leave our viewers with 1 or 2 key points about biotech, what would you like them to know?
92% of our soybean acres are biotech. We have been able to grow more to feed a hungry world. We need the technology because by the year 2030, we're going to need a 50% increase in food production in order to feed the world.
Wow.
And biotech is one of those tools that we can use.
All right, fantastic. If anyone wants to get some more information, tell them where can they go look for it?
They can go to the unitedsoybean.org or to soyconnection.com.
All right, fantastic.
And all the farmers in the United States, in the soybean world, we all embrace with 92% of our soybean crops being biotech.
All right, fantastic. Well, Laura, this has been great information, fascinating for me to learn about, and we appreciate you coming on our show this month.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.
For more information, visit hhrtv.com/soy.